The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the producers and/or the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of FRC Media, Bristol Community College, or the City of Fall River.
Time for a new segment here on FRC Media News. You may have noticed that a few weeks ago, in late December, we talked about a partnership that we're starting with Fall River Development News. They provide us with a bunch of information about business news, real estate news, economic development news on Facebook. And we're partnering with Fall River Development News for will probably be about a weekly segment about things happening in the city, which you may see as you drive by, a new building going up or a new business starting somewhere. So we're starting a new segment on the show this week, and I'm pleased to be joined by the owner and publisher of Fall River Development News, Kevin Lawrence. Kevin, how are you?
Good, very well. Glad to be with you today.
All right, good to start this partnership, and let's get right into it. I actually want to start downtown Fall River. There's a couple of things that you've reported on that's happening right near Government Center. One is right on 3rd Street. You know, if you go past Bedford Street and take a left onto 3rd Street, you see this like wooden structure that's actually at 10 3rd Street. It's been looking that way for a while, but I guess there's some movement there.
This has been an ongoing project. It's going to be an art gallery and photography studio. This is at 10 3rd Street near the Ladies Garment Workers Union building and across the street from the post office. It's kind of looked like a blighted structure over the last couple of years. They put up some wood framing and then it's just sat there. Well, the reason it sat there is the owner of the property, Dean Diago. He's a very famous Fall River artist. He passed away last year, and now his brother wants to continue his project and continue his dream of building an art gallery and photography studio at that property. And it's just sat there for the last year. I guess there was some things to figure out with the death of his brother. But it has been some movement. There has been some construction activity at the site. So things should be moving along fairly quickly now.
Yeah. And if you go to Government Center on the South Main Street side, right at the corner there, I believe it used to be a law office at one time. There's something new going in there as well.
This is the Academy building.
Right.
The historic Academy building. There was a law office on the first level. That's been vacant for over a year right now. It's about 1,900 square feet in size. And there's a Brazilian entrepreneur. Her name is Jessica. She's going to be opening up Jessie's Beauty Space. It looks like some type of beauty salon business. She also owns a cleaning business called JS Cleaning Services, and she's going to move her offices in there. Well, it's 1,945 square feet on the first level of the Academy building, and that'll be a welcome addition to downtown to fill some of those vacancies.
Yeah, I mean, people who drive downtown will see a lot of vacancies. So you're right. It's good to have that presence there, and who knows, maybe it'll spur some other activity up and down South Main Street. I want to shift gears now to Rhode Island Avenue, sort of like the south end of the city, down toward South Coast Marketplace, that area of the city. You had reported before about American Freight and their future at the Fall River Shopping Center, and apparently it's come to an end, right?
The entire chain has gone out of business, and they officially shut down their store at the Fall River Shopping Center at 133 Mariano Bishop Boulevard. That's a large space to be vacant now. It's over 38,000 square feet. In addition to that, there are 3 other vacancies in the plaza. The mattress firm was in the parking lot. They moved over to the South Coast Marketplace. That's about 5,000 plus square feet. A clothing store called PCX Apparel also moved out earlier this year. That's 7,600 square feet of space. And Olympia Sports moved out 2 years ago from that plaza. So 4 pretty large vacancies inside the Fall River Shopping Center. I do have some news right near the Fall River Shopping Center. The plaza that contained Burns Power Tools. It's across from Almax To Go and Papagino's on the corner of Newton Street. That building was hit with a fire back in 2022 inside Burns Power Tools, and it's been an eyesore. I mean, it's really been, it's a shell of a building. It's boarded up, and they're finally going to demolish it. There's crews out there right now, as of today, demolishing that site. It's up for sale, but at least it'll clear that area of a blighted property. We'll get it to grade level, and they can remarket the site.
And, one of the things we always like to talk about is new restaurants in Fall River. And there's sort of like, I guess, a changing of the guard on Rodman Street where there is, the St. John's Athletic Club, and now there's going to be a new restaurant in that location.
Well, the restaurant that was there was the Azores Family Restaurant. It was only there for about a year. It was very popular. They are moving over to Swansea in Ocean Grove, where the former Ocean Grove Steakhouse was. They're going to be occupying that space. And then we learned that a new restaurant called Olympios will be moving into where the Azores Family Restaurant was at the St. John's Athletic Club on Rodman Street. And that's going to feature the cooking of Joey Medeiros. He's an executive chef and a prior business owner. He was also featured on the Road Show on WPRI television. He'll be bringing an assortment of cuisine. It looks like some Portuguese, some American, all types of cuisine for everybody's palate. So that's kind of exciting. That's supposedly going to open up at the end of January. So that's the latest as far as restaurants.
All right. And if you would like to find out more information about what's happening business-wise and community-wise in a lot of locations across the city and all our neighborhoods, please visit Kevin's site on Facebook, Fall River Development News. You'll get up-to-date information right from there. All right, Kevin, we'll talk again soon. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Keith.